Three, two, one. Hello everybody. Anti-HyperLink here. Welcome to me working on my Python RPG. I'm not too sure if I categorized it properly on Twitch and on YouTube. On Twitch, I just put just chatting because there's no real way to communicate that I'm doing Python programming. It just doesn't. Like, if I put in programming, there's really nothing programming. It just, Python, it just thinks it's all games. Programming. Ow! Just chatting. Ugh. Just chatting. I am chatting, but. And then on YouTube, I changed it to science and technology because it's not really, even though I'm making a game, it's not a game that I'm playing, and it is science and technology. Yeah. And although this is not like I could make a tutorial series on how to, like, basic Python so you could avoid having to pay, asshole colleges money. Like, for example, not paying Jordan College anything. Hell, I could just, take, um, some of my fucking saved schoolwork and teach that to you. There's literally people on, supposed to figuratively, there are people on YouTube who have taken their program that they were in and taught it back to YouTube. Oh! Or course. And that's free. Like, are you allowed to do that? Audio stream's current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio stream bitrate of 128 kilobytes per second. Thanks for the suggestion, YouTube. I always appreciate your suggestions, and I will make sure that my bitrate is more than 0, which it is. This is the tracks, right? That's this, or am I mistaken? Yeah. Track 1, audio bitrate 160. So let me just tell you this. YouTube employees, 160 is both not 0 and more than 128. Now, if I stop the stream, it's going to completely stop the YouTube stream. Unlike if I was just streaming to YouTube, I could stop the stream, change the audio bit rate, and then start it again, and it would be fine. It would be the same stream. But because it's Restream, I can't do that. Because it's streaming to Restream, and then that's streaming to YouTube and Twitch. So I could make a whole series. I could make a whole tutorial series on Twitch on programming, uh, Python programming. I could go to I could get my the PowerPoints or the it's either PowerPoints or like Adobe Acrobat or Adobe fucking PDFs and just teach that to you. I think that would be like plagiarism and not. I don't think I'm allowed to do that, but I could make a whole course, a video course on Python programming. I mean, you could also just learn by watching me. Although I wouldn't do Hello World. It's a running thing where whenever you learn a programming language, you have to print "Hello World" first. It's fucking nerds, man. Okay, so this is my between. I can't call it Between the Worlds anymore. I have to change the name of it. The name can be the game can be called that, but I have to change the name of my franchise, which I already have thought of, and I think I'm gonna go with Nexus of Worlds. That Claude suggested. Let's go to seek writing assistance while fatigued. I was really fatigued. Multiverse franchise concepts summary. Oh no, that's just a summary. It does such a good job at doing these things. Like holy shit! Like let me actually show you. I'll go to it on this computer. Claude, and then let me go to ChatGPT, and I will show you. Okay, so helping with writing 3, if it would load. Okay. So window capture. Wait, can game capture be Python? No, no. Jack, Chrissy. Cats are annoying. Why is so Brave is also a game apparently? Let me show you this. Okay, so this is Claude. I don't think I can scroll to the top. Is it not page up, page down anymore? What happened to fucking page up and page down? Fucking what happened to the good old days when we were a team, Ty? There's a lot of stuff about where I was like talking about religion because I'm weary of how I treat my fiction in regards to different religions, particularly not wanting to come across as anti-Semitic. I don't care if I come across as anti-Christian because I am anti-Christian. And in terms of being against Islam, I don't like any of the religions. I don't like them. I think people should stop being those religions. I think they should stop believing in silly things. I'm not going to kill them for it, unless they try to kill me first, but it wouldn't be for that. Or for their race. Um, see, here's all this. Okay, so Nexus of Worlds, the Divergent Cosmos, Echoes of the Forgotten, Timelines Unbound, Celestial Schism. Like, holy shit. This I had. Oh, where was it? No. Okay, down here. This I had to do it 3 times because I accidentally hit the enter button, so it answered, but I had to stop it. Fractal Realms, the Divergent Saga, which I'm not going to use that. Threads of Time, Crossroads of Reality, the Multiverse Tapestry, which is sort of would be, if I used it, would be a reference to the Fiona Var Tapestry. You can go ahead and Google that. This it does a good job. It definitely does. Okay, Heather Shannon or Shannon Heather. Okay, well, I didn't even realize this. I know it's JLA, but Justice League of America. This is the thing that I'm gonna do. So like I mean, it does help, but just the way that this is set up, just the way that the detail that it puts in is so much better. So much better. My word. Like, oh, there's no more because I had to, because of this. This gives me this. Like, this whole thing is amazing. Let me actually show you, um, this. Of course, this is in Python, but no, fucking realistic Robin Hood platformer. Doesn't look like Robin Hood, but like, are you kidding me? Fixed collision. It took a while. I think some of the stuff that I've seen online has been cherry picked, but this is like this for one thing. The sprite is just adorable, and that's Robin Hood. Seeking right assistance. Okay, so then yeah, I fucking did it again. And then here, it didn't give me a new thing, but um, oh, that's the later, that's the recent stuff. This is my writing. It helps me so much. So Nexus of Worlds was it that I was gonna call it? I think I just chose that because it seemed to choose it. Oh, hold on. There is a wait. There is a thing. Where is it? See, I'm pretty sure ChatGPT has asked me questions and I just haven't been able to answer them. But I did actually answer them. Okay. Nexus of Worlds, the Multiverse Chronicles. Echoes of the Forgotten, a Multiverse Saga. Celestial Divergence, the Cosmic Nexus. Realms of the Ancient. And then because it did this, I'm just gonna go in Nexus of Worlds. Among the Worlds doesn't have the same ring to it. Originally, what okay, so the first thing that I wrote was based off this dream I had where I went to it was like my old house, the last house that I lived in. Um, and I went into the closet, the back was out, like there was no back, so and it was this hallway, and I turned around, so it was like I went through the closet, turned this way, and then that way was the back of another closet, and I went through, and I don't think there was much. It might have been like I was moving to a new house, and then my parents were going on vacation, and I embarrassed myself in front of the girl in the backyard. I think some of this was me. I don't know. I think I'm remembering some of the stuff that I wrote, not some of the stuff that I dreamt. I tripped, so that's the character of Jimmy leaves his friends and the girl that he liked. I guess they would have been important later. moves, and then his parents immediately going on vacation and leaving him at home for some reason. I think that was in the dream. And then he goes into the backyard. There's a girl next door, is his age. She's cute. He accidentally trips and he's embarrassed. He runs into the house crying. Don't know why. He goes into the closet and then suddenly he's able to go through the closet, turn the corner, go to the other side, and he's in another world. And that in that world, he went on vacation. So, um, that was the backdrop eventually. And so in this dream I had, there was just a girl. I just at the end of it, like I was with this chick on a beach, and she was pissed off for some reason, but I was in a different world. So I called it Among the Worlds, and it was gonna be this kid going to another world, and I don't really know what would have happened. But then I started this creative writing course in high school in grade 12, and one of the assignments was to create a opening line and my three opening lines, and I had it all started on a bus, it all started on a train, and it all started on a plane. And it was inspired by these books that are Canadian about this guy going on a plane to visit his father in England, and suddenly he's transported to a parallel universe and shenanigans happen. So it was based on that. It was first, I didn't know how city buses work. He goes on the bus, and the old woman who usually wakes him up wasn't there. He falls asleep on the bus. No one wakes him up. And then he wakes up as the bus is turning around at the edge of town, which is not how buses work. But instead of turning around, it hits a wall as it goes through a portal to this other world, and where Barry, the city that I live in, and where it was set, um, is a military town, or just like a medieval town with a wall. It's like a circle. Um, and it hits a wall and the bus flips and him and the bus driver are injured, and then he wakes up in a hospital with like magic going into it. It's a whole thing. And then stuff happened, and then I changed it over and over again and made okay, so maybe he's from that world. Okay, so it is his friends that he's traveling with, but they are lying to him saying they're not his friends, but they are his friends. And he doesn't know that they're not his friends because they have the same hair colors, and there's like another evil version of his friends. That that was from the very beginning. The alternate version of his friends were had black hair and blonde hair respectively for Abraham and Olivia. So blonde hair, black hair. Jason, Olivia, Abraham. That's the order, always. Um, and there was no twin brother. Eventually, I brought it back. But the Jason character was from a Star Wars fan fiction that started where Jason and Joey were twins. And so they were on Tatooine. They had older brothers who were also twins. They went off to become Jedi at an older age. And then their father was shot by a sand trooper for not paying taxes. And then their mother was shot, killed, both of them. And then their neighbor, who was taking care of them, was shot. So they went on a frickin' journey on a spaceship, leaving Tatooine and learning about the Star Wars, the universe, like the past of it, being taught. People just like they brought a book to people, um, including characters that were in the six movies, and they were back to life for some reason, like Boba Fett, um, and Mace Windu, and Yoda, and Anakin, and Obi-Wan. Um, but so they eventually run into this man on Kashyyyk, on Nar Shaddaa, who's a bartender, who is eventually revealed to be their real father. They meet Mace Windu on his home planet, and he defends them from droidekas. They go to Kashyyyk, and they get their lightsabers when things happen. Their father throws some lightsabers, and then eventually they go to Coruscant, and they're living on Coruscant as Jedi. And then eventually Jason would have gone to the dark side because his father was killed, and the Jedi didn't want him to go after him, this dangerous mission, and that he feels that if the Jedi let him go, his father would be alive. So he turns to the dark side, and then he joins his older brother who had turned to the dark side. And so it's like brother, twin brothers teaching their younger brothers who are also twins, and it was going to be a whole thing. His name was going to be Darth Condarius, which is not a word, but it was Jason and Joey Condir or Condarius, possibly. But then it was eventually Jason Forrest in a Digimon fan fiction, and then Jason Forrest in my original fan fiction, or in my original fiction. But I will be writing fan fiction of my own character, the Crimson Clock, going to different worlds, and it's him in the Between the Worlds or Nexus of Worlds universe writing that fan fiction. Realms of the Ancient, Nexus of Worlds, Realms of the Ancient, Nexus of Worlds, Celestial Divergence, Nexus of Worlds, Echoes of the Forgotten. Yeah, Nexus of Worlds sounds the best, I think. Tell me what you think. Earth Zero Chronicles, nah. The Divine Wars, possibly Portals of Power, Guardians of the Timeline, Echoes of Ancient Gods. Those would just sound like individual book titles, to be honest. Flood's Legacy. The Terminal Between Worlds. The Multiverse Tapestry. 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 Crossroads of Reality. Nexus of Worlds sounds like the best. Installs. Most of these sound like subtitles. So, okay, so I'm gonna go to a new one. But this is for the Pokemon game. Sure, why I can't do that. Line 2 in module. A red game. Is it in here? From inventory, import, add item. What do I do? Inventory. Dot add item? Would that work then? Why? Okay, so here we go. Take this, Control Shift C, throw it into Claude. Could you help me with this? It's in here. It's in. Oh, It's in this class. Okay, I'm gonna go to my dashboard just in case anyone's chatting. Also start writing something. I gotta fucking write. Actually, I'll throw that on. I'll take that down. Close Word completely. Close task RNG. Okay. And why is Chrissy, Jack, Chrissy, the chat? No, okay. And so for inventory. Pre-game. Uh, hello. Oh, hey, dude. Hey, you MD 68. How's it going? Okay, cannot import add item from inventory. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Import inventory. It's good. Glad to hear you're good. Oh, shit. Separating it different modules is way better. Name add item is not defined. Except it is defined. Redgame.py. Okay. Inventory, line 6. Assuming each stir object has no attribute name. String. What are you talking about? Uh, okay, there's a reason for me to go back to ChatGPT. Multiplayer station. This particular the game that I'm making is a Pokemon fan game. I've been trying to make a Pokemon ROM hack for years, but I haven't been too good at it. Mostly making sprites and basic scripts and like um map editing, but I've never had a real plot. But now it's like a year or so after the Rainbow Rocket event in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Um, it's the anniversary of the Kanto games. It's like the 20th anniversary or the 10th anniversary, depending on the timeline. Um, and so Professor Oak, they're getting together. Oak, red, blue slash green, and Leaf, um, or green or blue or whatever you want to call her. Uh, the game versions, the GBA DS and 3DS X and Y versions, not Oris. Um, so that universe, and they're getting together to celebrate it, but it is prevented or it's postponed because Team Rainbow Rocket is back. Um, and I guess at the end of that event, he was by himself, but he finds the alternate leaders again, and they're causing a ruckus in Kanto, and I guess other regions possibly. I think for now it's just going to be I don't know. That's the whole plot that they're back, and I've always wanted Pokemon to have like a Digimon-esque badass like everyone coming together to fight the bad guys plot, or like Avengers or Justice League. So so it's going to be a whole thing with the gym leaders and the protagonists from all the regions coming together. They're going to interact with each other. They're fighting this whole team to save the whole Pokemon world. But this Python RPG, I'm also writing an original one based on my own fiction. So it's basically I have the structure of um, RPG. Like this one is my version 28. Uh, the, the, if you go Earth 1, it says this world is under construction. Please choose another option. I'm going to separate them like I have with this because it's much more versatile. I think that would be what you say. Instead of having three games and possibly other journeys in one whole game, one whole script, I'm going to separate it. So then someone can choose to download the module for a certain game or a certain character and play that one. But the whole structure of the game works for whatever. But I can't get that like just so that you can play the Pokemon game or the other game because it has to be some things have to be different. Like not this. This actually I can use for anything, which is actually very good. Um, and same with this actually, but this stuff not so much. Yeah, because it's importing red game and green game. Actually, I could just have it import every module. But this is based on my own stuff, so it's like you're a character within my multiverse. Um, you start in prison like a typical, well, like Oblivion. Oh, hold on. Uh, if I call myself Jason, it says, oh, wait, what? Oh, shit. Did it fuck up? Oh, no, I don't have the, okay, so it used to say Forest, and if you said yes, then it's like, oh, you're the Emerald Hood, which is Jason Forrest, my character. And it would be a story of his. So I could have it be his story from the beginning. I could have it be a new story where you're playing as him. But yeah, but this is the Pokemon game. I've also been considering like just recreating the games in text form. Like a lot of the complaints about recent Pokemon games have been the graphics, so I took them away. Instead of having good graphics, there's no graphics, and you just play the game. And I think a lot of the graphical or a lot of the bugs from like Scarlet and Violet are because it's a graphical game. So now you have to use your imagination. Imagine that. Uh, du- 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 So instead of, complaining that the trees don't look a certain way, like people complain about the trees that the trees in the either in the whole game or in um the wild area in Sword and Shield. Oh, the trees look like shit. Well, now you have to imagine the trees. You can imagine them however the fuck you want. Like to recreate the games or just make a new game. And eventually, um, if I just make this whole game, then maybe and I release it as a fan game and Nintendo doesn't come down on me. Maybe people may want to work with me to make it into a ROM hack. Um, but like I did start making a ROM hack of it, and it was like I made so I made it so that Red is either dating or married to Misty, and in my I guess head canon, the gym trainers live in the gym. In the back of the gym, I made like an entrance like to a stairwell. There's a lower area where there's apartments where the gym trainers live, and I made it like go down enough so that Misty and Red are living in this recreation of Red's house, which I just copied the maps, um, so that I didn't have to create a new thing. um, but honestly, like I feel like he might either live with his mother still, or his mother might live with him and Misty. Because if his dad's dead or just gone, like if you I don't know, it might be like would it be with Japanese culture where they would do that? Or if I was a kid and my dad was dead or gone and I lived with my mom and then, I went on this whole journey where I just left her and then I came back and I grew up and wanted to move out, I would have my mother live with me. Why not? Stay together and then live with Misty. Well, as Redwood. Um, what am I doing? Do, 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 do. No, hold on. What? the chat. There we go. There we go. So just oh, that's Python. Okay, or that's not Python. That's Brave. Why does it do this to me? OBS is such annoyingness. What? Why'd you say hello and then said goodbye? Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just going through my ChatGPT conversation. It gave me some ideas on how to split it up. That's where I got the idea of all these different modules. And so I stopped playing Half-Life, and then I was like, you know what? I rolled my task RNG list, and I went to both writing and um, Python programming, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just stream it? Okay. String object has no attribute name. If I go to inventory, it's literally here. Oh no, wait, yeah, item name. Oh, hmm. How did I do it here? A different game, but it has similar code. I think I explained that. Fucking inventory. God, oh my gosh, so much shit here. This started as my final project for my Python course in the program that I dropped out of when I had after my surgery, my first surgery. It was going to be postponed, and then my parents were like, "You can drop out of it." When I woke up from the surgery, the next day actually, they were like, "You could drop out of it." But then they made me finish the semester, which, whatever. My professors like one of my professors was like, "You were completely exempt from the the future projects and the exam. You're good, buddy. Whatever. I'll give you your mark from what you have." I think one of my professors also marked, um, like gave me 100% on projects that I didn't even do and submit, because the same day that I talked to him, that I emailed him, I was given 100% on certain projects, certain assignments that I didn't even do. So I was like, he didn't actually tell me. He kind of just gave me the marks. I was like, thank you, dude. I didn't say thank you. I didn't mention it at all. I didn't question it. But I think he sneakily kind of was like, here, have 100% on these. I had to do two exams, basically. One being a math exam in this course with the fucking biggest cunt on the planet. If you go to there's a website called ratemyprofessor.com, and there have been complaints on that website about this professor for the past 21 years, since 2003. And it I failed her math course once, and then I had to take it again. Um, but the first time one thing, she snapped at me because I used the wrong uh math thing. They were very similar. Like, she snapped at me, and she would treat her students like they were idiots. And in the second time I did it, I contacted the dean of the program, the course, like the no, the dean of the certain program, and I was, complaining about this woman. Um, I don't remember what the math was, but it was just a certain it was math for the computer industry, so it was certain types of things. I don't remember what it was, but she snapped at me, and like I was trying to explain to the fucking dean that this woman like treats her students like shit, and that she snaps at snapped at me, and at some point I said that there's this website where she's been complained about for the last 20 years, and apparently that website is not a good enough piece of evidence to do anything about it. And my experiences are opinions, apparently. It was just brushed off. What, and I don't think it's like she got away with it because she's a woman, or she got away with it because of her race. Like, she would treat her students like shit, whether they were white, black, or Indian. There was a lot of Indians in that course, especially the second time when I'm pretty sure I was the only person who was not Indian. Or yeah, everyone was Indian. I was the only person who wasn't. A lot of Indians come to Barrie, Ontario to go to Georgian College. A lot of Indians live on my street. I'm like a minority on this street. But I mean, in the neighborhood there's other people, so it's just on the street that I live on. And I had to ride on a bus filled with people because there's so many people on my street. Like, whether they are Indian or not, there's just a lot of people on the street. And Indians, or just like Asians in general, tend to they'll a lot of, like, whether it's family or friends, they'll all live in the same house and pay off the mortgage, and then get another house and pay off the mortgage and get another house, pay it off. They stick together. They're um very family oriented. It's like, is that communism? Or just socialism? Uh, well, I don't know. I think it's a good way of doing things, but it just means that there's a lot of fucking people, and I rarely get to sit down on the bus, or rarely got to. I don't have to deal with it now. Um, I also have slight scoliosis, so that's a problem. But um, having to squeeze on a bus, like, regardless of whether the people are Indian or not, like, having to squeeze on a bus filled with people is really annoying. And like, standing up and you got a big backpack on your back, and when people have to get by you, you got a freaking, oh my God. One time I accidentally slapped someone in the face. Poor girl. And I don't know, I think the particular Indians around here are not, they're not the nicest. There were people shooting off fireworks at like 3 a.m. on, what's the holiday? It's not Ramadan. That's Muslim. That's Muslim. It's the Hindu holiday. I don't know, but it's not legal to shoot off fireworks on any other day besides New Year's Eve and Canada Day, I think. So, I mean, all they have to do is be like, can we petition to have our holiday be one of those days? And then be respectful about it. Don't shoot off fireworks in the middle of the night. Well, I think it should only be legal for a holiday that everyone is celebrating. I don't know. You're not allowed to shoot off fireworks on New Year's Eve in the USA? Was it only on the 4th of July? New Year's Eve isn't like one of those holidays with the fireworks? Isn't that usually the thing? Like Old Lang Syne plays at midnight, the fireworks go off, and maybe it's just like in New York or wherever. Um, but yeah, like obviously, I don't want to come across as generalizing people or being racist or all that. It's just people here that are Indian. There's a lot of very polite people who are Indian that say like sir and madam and like whatever when they're in the fast food restaurants and they're very respectful. But there's other people who are not. I've seen, well, okay, this is just one instance. There's probably tons of people who do this, whether they're white, black, or Chinese or Indian. I've seen someone get on, like, two people get on the back of a bus, like, go on the back, through the back door. Like, I don't know if they got off the bus and then got back on, but I saw people get on the back of a bus and instead of going in the front and paying for the bus or scanning their student card or whatever, which is really kind of shitty. But I'm not saying all Indians are like that. I'm just saying it happened. There's a lot of very arrogant people that can do whatever they want because they're not white. And in this world, instead of reversing that, because used to be or still is, you can get away with things because you're white. Instead of being like, okay, no one can get away with things because of their race, it's just reversed. People, instead of actually stopping that kind of things, they just want to reverse things. Getting away with things because you're a woman, or getting special treatment because you're of your sexuality. Like, it's stupid. Like, and it's one thing. I think that modern women, like my age, are or like a lot of women in the modern age are very arrogant because they've had to be, but they're able to become very arrogant. And men were arrogant in the past. They could get away with things because they were men. They still are able to get away with things because they're men. Like, sexual assault, and it's brushed under the rug, like within the police stuff, like um police brushing things under the rug. That's a whole thing. So obviously it's not completely reversed, but um there's a lot of women that know that they can get away with things because they're women, or know that people still treat women like they're fragile children. Like, women want to be equal and be seen as just as capable as men and be seen as independent, but they also want to be treated like children and be coddled. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Um, but there's lots of women who don't want that and fight that, which is good. Like, we live in a world where people think that you can hit someone for saying, assault someone for saying something you don't like, but a man should not be able to execute his right to self-defense against a woman who hit him. Yeah, yeah. Sexual assault against men, uh, domestic violence against men is not taken very seriously. There was a couple who did this, social experiment where they pretended to fight. They weren't actually fighting. And when the woman was beating up the man, people people, probably guys, were pointing and laughing as they walked by, and when it was the reverse, men were automatically going and trying to save her. Now, in regards to self-defense, if you're a big dude and a skinny woman or a skinny man, like if someone much smaller than you assaults you, you should, ease up on the self-defense because you could seriously injure them. But, you have a right to self-defense, lesser or equal force. At least in Canada, that's that. Like society wants women to be equal, but also wants to treat them like fragile children. It doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're trying to populate the Earth, protect the women, because say like the game Virtual Villagers, which I want to play that. If you're trying to populate the planet, um, one man can impregnate many women, but a woman can't be impregnated by many men. Well, I think she can. I think a baby can have like multiple fathers because the sperm like mixes, but that's not my point. If you're playing virtual villagers, keep the women alive. But there's already like an overpopulation problem on Earth as it is, and people should stop having babies. Adopt, adopt children because there's so many children there in the foster system that just or the adoption system that don't get parents and don't have a happy life. Or they do have a happy life with foster parents, but you know. Anyways, I care deeply about just a lot of things. Shit, I can't remain. Freaking cat. It's just crazy. It's a crazy cat. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Um, just put health potion. Let's change the wording of the health potion class, but what does it say? Add item. Oh, okay, hold on. Inventory dot add item. Uh, yes, it does. Oh, it has a freaking underscore in it. Yeah, see, this is how you're supposed to write classes in Python, and then this is how you're supposed to write functions. But I think it looks ugly sometimes, and this like looks much neater. I don't know if these are variables, if that's supposed to have an underscore, but I go to using compromise and use capitals. And see, like again, when I was in the college program, my professor had his own way of his own style guide, and he said that a lot of companies, so if I'm going to go on and work for a company and do Python programming, they'll have their own style guide. So I won't necessarily be writing things the way the official Python style guide wants you to do it. Okay, so you say you can ask the city, but not independently in regards to fireworks. Checked, and you're allowed to, but not in all states. Yeah. Okay. So, read about sexual assault with women, where a ton of people were saying they were assaulted, but because they were a man, people were telling them to basically suck it up. Yeah, I read that earlier. Okay, so we talked about that. Very much easier said than done, though. At least in the USA, adoption is expensive as fuck. Yeah, of course, it should be made less expensive. It should be made um cheaper. I mean, having biological children is expensive as fuck. Having pets is expensive as fuck. Expensive, especially when you have a cat who's a little shit who wants to eat treats all day, and then his sister, who's a good girl and doesn't beg for treats all the time, right? Right, Chrissy? You're not a little shit. I mean, sometimes, maybe. Isn't it weird how, like, with animals, like with my cats, I can, like, scratch them on the ass, and that's not weird. But if I had a child and I just started scratching their ass, that would be really weird. That'd be fucked up. That would be disgusting. I just said one time to my family, I was like, there's stuff that you can do to animals that you can't do to humans. Uh, like, of course, it's not sexual. I'm just scratching their ass. They like butt scratches. You're going to bed? Uh, what? Oh shit! No. Where's the fucking chat? It's gone. Where did I read that? I'm gonna go before my sleep schedule is ruined. Yeah, mine is ruined. Until next time. All right. Good night. Have a good night. Take care. See you next time. Thank you for being a regular, or somewhat regular. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Love you. In the most, like, friendly way. Platonic. Hello, dude. Hello, my little shit. My shitty kitty. You're a little shit, but also you're adorable and I love you. You know? Come here, Jack. Why you sit here? What's wrong? What's wrong, my baby? Your sister's right here. What's my girl doing? Hey, I love these cats. And it's extra stressful because one of them keeps shitting outside the litter box, and every time I have to clean it up, I mean, I tell my parents, and they get mad at the fact that there's shit outside the litter box, and they want to get rid of whichever cat is shitting outside the litter box. I want my cats to stop shitting outside the litter box so I don't have to get rid of one of them. If I have to give one away, I want it to be to someone that I can visit. Wish I had a friend or like a girlfriend that could take whichever cat is causing that. Not that I want them to have to deal with shit outside the litter box, but then I can visit them. Need a woman to be my cat mom or their cat mom. Yeah, okay. Changed it and oh here, you know what I'll do this and then go like fuck. Let's go do that. Hmm. Display capture, maybe? Add display capture. Oh, hold on. No. Transform. Reset transform. I hate this. No, I don't want that. Uh, it's a screen. Dealing with OBS. They really, they really know how to put the BS in OBS. Oh, there we go. That works. There you go. Okay, so I will just do this and then this. So now there's no one watching, I think. But yeah, I'm already ruining my sleep schedule by being up at 1:30 a.m. Supposed to. My mom wants me to be in bed at 11 and then wake up at 7. I could probably go to bed at 1 and wake up at 7, have 6 hours of sleep, or go to bed at 2, 5 hours of sleep. I also slept on the couch for a little bit earlier, have a coffee, so I'm up, and I also slept all morning. Fell asleep in a chair. I was like just sitting there, like all freaking disoriented. It was weird. Um, so yeah, I don't know how I can. I guess I could just have two windows beside each other. I just don't like having the display capture, just in case I forget that it's a display capture and go to somewhere and search the web and you see the things you know, that come up, adult things, porn. But I've read it off out loud. I'm not, to be honest, I shouldn't be so open. I'm open about my sexuality. I'm open about my gender identity, my kinks. I talk about big black cock. I just want big dicks. Okay, 5 to 7 inches. Anything bigger than that is just too big. Unless it's a skinny dick, but it's long. And I mean, I don't have a vagina, so you gotta be careful with anal. Extra careful. Anyways, I've never had sex, so I've never sucked a dick. I've never licked a pussy. I've never kissed a woman or a man. I've never had penis inside of me or my penis inside of anyone. Okay? Never been jerked. Never jerked. Never fingered anyone. Only had hugs. That's it. One time I had a girlfriend in real life. She limited my hugs and she broke up with me because I was, I loved her too much. And also, basically, I was in school and I was friends with this girl, Beth, and she gave me the choice between dating her or having her go ask out the girl, Caitlin, who I was like totally in love with from grade 5 to now, I guess. I mean, grade 8. I haven't seen her since grade 8, so I've talked to her since then, and I've seen her on her Instagram and stuff like that. But she doesn't want to talk to me. She wants nothing to do with me. So one time I looked her up and I saw her on LinkedIn, and I accidentally hit the button. I swear it was an accident to contact her, and she blocked my account. So she won't even fucking talk to me. Like, she's a bitch. So whatever. Hmm. So, should I have it be health potion like that, or should I have it be health potion like that? Like, I think it looks much better without the frickin' underscores. Oh yeah, and the Java standard that we were supposed to do would be like health potion. But he gave it to us as the Python standard. He said that it was the Python standard. I'm pretty sure he said it was the Python standard and not his preference. He said never use underscores, even though the official Python whatever 8 style guide says that this is for what functions are in Python. And I was okay with this, like iron sword, but it just doesn't look right. Iron sword. But sometimes it looks better with the underscore. And I don't know. I can't have I can't have that preference. Like I can't say sometimes my functions have underscores and sometimes they don't. Because sometimes it just looks better. Because it doesn't matter how the function looks, it's going to work the same as long as the code is right. And I'm afraid of someone else that is into Python programming looking at that and being like, "Oh, this is inconsistent. You can't do that." Like reading it and being saying it's confusing because it's so inconsistent. Because some of my functions have underscores and some of them don't. And some of them have capitals and some of them don't. Like a class function like this, like apply effect doesn't need capitals because but weak health potion health like if it's naming something in the game like an item, I want it to have uh I want it to have capitals in my Between the Worlds, or it's going to be Nexus of Worlds game now. Um, like sex choice doesn't need to have capitals, but um, player gender should. Or where am I at? Yeah, like first universe question. Like it looks like it's not there. It doesn't pop out to me when I'm looking at it, when I'm reading through the code. Capitals pop out to you. Like you notice this more than you notice this or this. Like you could notice player character more than you notice all this other stuff. It pops out. The capitals pop out. That's my logic to why I would want this to say first universe choice with each fucking word having a capital at the start. Like this, entering first universe choice. This is all debugging stuff, by the way. Eventually I'll have to get rid of that for that. But like the classes, thief, mage, well, yeah. With Python standard it would be thief, mage. Oh, mage. Like it just looks like it's written there. It doesn't look like it's a title of something. If it's titular, then it needs capitals. If it's just like menu active, okay, that's a variable, not a thing. But main menu, actually, that could have capitals. These maybe like start new game is a function. It's function, but it's like it's just it's starting the new game. But create character to me maybe needs the capitals. I think my logic is just all over the place. But I'm afraid of snobby um, Python nerds telling me I'm doing it wrong because it's not their way. Like not like there's a difference between saying, you can't do it this way, like this is why it's not working, and helping me with the with the with errors, and saying, "Oh, I don't like the way you're writing this code. You should do it this way." And then saying it's wrong. And then a lot of people saying it's just wrong. Like it's wrong because it's not by the style guide. Fuck the Python style guide. Python style guide. Like Pep 8. Yeah, see, a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. Style guide is about consistency, blah blah blah. String quotes, okay, pet peeves. Extraneous white space. Naming conventions. Oh, never use characters L, O, or I as single character variable names. Oh. In some fonts, these characters are indistinguishable from the numerals 1 and 0. Attempted to use I, use L, or L, use L. Well, I mean, stuff like inventory, like like this, even if it's in a different font, it has inventory on it, so you're not gonna think that it's this, unless you're just stupid. Package and module names. Modules should have short, all lower cases. Underscores can be used in the module name if it improves readability. Oh, okay. Class names should normally use cap words convention. Function and variable names should be lowercase separated by underscores. Oh, mixed case is also allowed in contexts where there's, yeah. But this is a style guide. This is a, um, many projects have their own coding style guidelines. In the event of any conflicts, such project-specific guidelines take precedence for that project. Okay, so that just proves it then. That makes my life, that makes me happier. That just means that, ow! Means that, ow. Now I'm getting shocked here. I mean, I've gotten shocked in lots of places. Oh. I'm gonna call my doctor, my oncologist, or whatever, see if like I can get one thing. My mom suggested getting the next MRI of my neck moved up. See if these tumors here are growing, and I might possibly have surgery again on my neck to get these out. I want like aesthetic surgery, or like not for the purpose of getting something that's harming me out, but on my leg to get the big fibroma on my leg out so that when my nephew is older, he can actually sit on my lap without it hurting me, my baby nephew. And I mean, my niece is nearly 13, and she doesn't really, I don't think she's not really much into like playing video games with me anymore, so I don't think she really wants to sit on my lap. I don't know if she wants to like, I guess if she was over for like a weekend, like if she was visiting my parents, um, she'd probably want to hang out with me. My niece and nephew love the fuck out of me, Taya and Owen, my sister's kids, and I love the fuck out of them. And Owen is still the sit with me and play video games type. We started playing Lego Marvel Superheroes years ago because I bought it for 360 just to play with him, and we never finished. We also started a Batman movie on Netflix that we never finished. I really feel bad about that. I love, I love, I love those kids. They're awesome. I also have step nephews because my sister is with a guy who has two boys. So yeah, lots of nephews, one niece, or if you count my brother Tim's cats, I have two nieces because of Priya, the cat, and then I have more nephews, or one more nephew because of Bailey, and then I have a grand nephew because of their their son Toby. And Bailey and Bria are half brother and sister, and they have a kid. They're cats, so it's not that gross. Although I think Sam, when I told her, was disturbed by it, and then my old friend, my former friend, Brianna, was like, "That's normal." So I don't know. It's different with animals. I basically have two kids, Jack and Chrissy. My niece and nephew are basically the closest thing I have to kids, other than my cats. And so Noah, my brother Tim's uh, child, newborn baby, who was born like a few days before I got my cats. He's like closest thing I have to having another son or a son, a baby. Like so, then two kids. My nieces and nephews are the closest things I have to having kids, and my younger cousins are the closest things I have to having younger siblings. That makes sense, right? And my cousin Caitlin is the closest thing I have to having a little sister. I don't have a little sister, but I have her. I, is it like I consider her to. I don't. It doesn't matter. Like there, she's a younger family member, so it's like she's like my little sister. I can see my cousins as basically like treat them like siblings, right? That's what you do. They're similar. Like I mean, maybe you're closer to siblings than you are to cousins, but it's the same kind of thing, same kind of family relationship. Okay, and you have to push a class. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So vein. Oh wait, did I actually do it right? For fuck's sakes. I hate when I do that. Potion name potions is not defined. Inventory is empty. I fucking hate this shit. It's not empty. It's not empty. Like return player is down there, so it should be returning this stuff. This stuff. I chose thief. It should return that to the inventory. Why doesn't it fucking return it to the inventory? Doesn't make any sense. Or unless it's, I gotta check. Hold on. Oh, I didn't finish talking about it. This started as no one's watching. It started as the final project for my Python course. So we had to make a game. So I was like, I'm gonna make a RPG. And, I started having way too much fun with it. So I was like, I'm gonna take a step back and make it a lot simpler. You wake up in prison, you choose I don't think there was any class to choose. You go out and then you have a battle with this drunk leprechaun. Like we had to have certain things be in the code, certain um like something had to be random, there had to be math involved, there had to be like different things that we learned had to be in the game. I still got a lower mark, but I don't give a shit. Fuck that guy. And then after I was done with that course, after I was done with the program, um and that game, the project, I continued working on my RPG. And then it's expanded and expanded and expanded. And a lot of it is fun. The problems I have aren't so fun, but like getting to add like just the potion shop and like, little aspects of that, like cuz if it's the same basic structure, then I know what I'm doing. And it's awesome. I love it. That's why. Player equals player character file name. It's completely overwriting the character. But if I do that, if I erase that and go like this, do 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 do. Oh, I call myself one. Like 4, the inventory is displayed, right? But if I go 7 and test, save it as test. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. So something is. Hmm. Ah. Do, 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 do. Hmm, 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 hmm. I bought what's it? Digimon Adventure '02, the beginning or whatever, on YouTube today. I watched a little bit of it, and then I looked some things up about it because the new character is claiming that he's the first Digidestined, which makes no sense because he's their age, and not only did Adventure establish that there was a team of Digidestined before the characters in that show, but Digimon Tri had two of them in it. And they were way older than the characters. So, and they also at the end, I read through the synopsis of the movie, and at the end they erased Digivices through like time travel or something, so that and then everyone gets at the end everyone starts getting Digimon and no one has a Digivice. Oh no, Digivices start disappearing all over the world, so that everyone can have a Digimon and no one needs the medium of to have of a Digivice. No one needs a Digivice to have a Digimon. But do they Digivolve? You need a Digivice to Digivolve to evolve your Digimon. And they erased like one of the icons of the entire franchise. I can't stand that. I don't like that. No. I love Digivices. I love my Digivice. I don't know where Terriermon is because the box of plushies of mine is like I have no idea where it is. Over there, there's Lego in those boxes. It's somewhere here, maybe. I don't know where my Terriermon is. I know where my Digivice is, I think. No, I don't. Okay. Well, it might be in my room. Or it's down here somewhere. All I know is that I don't have a Gatomon. Chrissy has not digivolved into a sexy angel lady, which is a good thing because that's exactly what you think. So I'd be like, oh, call me daddy. Also, that would mean that she's at the champion level. So Gato with one T is Spanish for cat, and then Piccolo is Italian for small. Like like I said in the last Digimon episode, either the Digimon people or just Japanese people in general love borrowing things from other languages for their fiction. Smallmon, Catmon, small monster, cat monster. Um, they also completely speak English, like baby flame. Like that ain't Japanese. It's a Japanese person saying it, but he's saying baby flame. That's not Japanese. Petite fire, which is basically the same as baby flame. They're basically the same attack. But howling blaster doesn't exist in the Japanese version. It's foxfire. He's a fox and not a wolf. He's definitely a wolf. Wergurumon. Metal Greymon is the mega, but Metal Greymon is the ultimate. Why? Or the actually in the Japanese version of things, it's child, adult, perfect, ultimate. So Mega Evolution, the Mega stage in the English dub is actually the ultimate stage in the Japanese version. So Mega Evolution in Pokemon could be seen as ripping off Digimon, but only by the dub. It's definitely ripping off Pokemon Digimon. Did I say ripping off Pokemon? There's children and no, the bond with your Pokemon makes them evolve a step further temporarily. Like, come on. I know it's like a anime trope to have a character evolve temporarily into a stronger stage, like Super Saiyan, and I think Naruto has something like that, and Fairy Tail has something like that. But come on. Unova had some Digimon looking Pokemon. Kalos had so Gen 5 had some Digimon looking Pokemon. Gen 6 had Mega Evolution. Gen 7 had Z moves, which are just that's not as stupid as Dynamax and Gigamax. I'm sick of the fucking new like every generation now has a new fucking gimmick. And then the new thing is like Terra evolving, Terra Crystal something, and then there's also the future and past Pokemon. I will know when I play through the game, properly through Scarlet, my Let's Play. I haven't actually been playing Scarlet in my own time, on my own time. I should play video games, just play video games. But I stream all day, or I do whatever, like I work on my other things all day. So when am I gonna fucking just play a video game? It's 2:06. I want to stream a game, but it's like early in the morning. But I slept for a couple hours. Like my therapist and my mother are both saying like you need to get regular sleep. You need to get like they prefer me to get 8 hours to the hospital, but 6 hours is all right. 5 hours is all right. Okay, so I should go to bed now because it's 2 o'clock. However, don't necessarily need to. I want to keep working on my game, but I want to see something. Okay, let me just roll the dice. LP list for RNG. What the fuck is going on? I didn't hit Spotify. Fuck off. 40. Okay. 40. 20, which is drum roll. The Witcher, which I took off my computer temporarily to play other things. 37, which is Dragon's Dogma. 7, which is Tony Hawk's Underground. Cyber Sleuth just hasn't been chosen. It's like the RNG gods don't want me to play that game. 28. Oh god, I actually hit Spotify that time. 28 is Knights of the Old Republic. Roll 2, there's 2, and 2 again. Okay, Kotor or Cyber Sleuth. So 1 will be Kotor, Cyber Sleuth. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let me just see what. Oh yeah, I gotta add that too with the game. I think I should go to bed. I should just get up in the morning, make a bagel, eat it quickly, and then come down here. I don't need this. Well, shit. Now I need to change this. Becoming too tired to think. Uh, is the game? Are you fucking kidding me? Is even happening for that? What the actual fuck? Why is OBS making everything crash when I change fucking sources? It's OBS. It's not my computer. It's not something I'm doing. It's OBS. Or what am I doing fucking wrong that is causing this? I'm sick and tired of it. And it crashed. Fucking garbage program. I'm so sick of OBS. Who is fucking running this fucking bullshit? You fucking suck. Fix your fucking program. Why does everything fucking suck? Who are these companies fucking hiring? Like, Twitter's app has been fucking, not Twitter, YouTube's app has been fucking garbage since I was in high school. For one reason or the other. So, 10 years plus, it's been complete trash. Yeah, I can't even fucking capture game capture. It has. I just go to fucking full screen and it's trash. It crashes because it is trash. OBS is trash. Is it Steam? No, because it happens with Citra. Is it all these games, a bunch of different games like Half-Life, all made by different people, and an emulator? Oh no, it's all that. No, it's OBS. It's not my computer. It's not me. It's OBS. I swear it's OBS. I'm pretty sure it's OBS. So I can't switch between it being here and it being full screen because it is trash. You can't even have it be like bigger. And then for some reason it brings up fucking Microsoft Edge and it turns on this and turns on it opens up a folder for OneDrive because I have that shut down with Omen Gaming Hub. I guess I have Edge stuff shut down as well. And Elgato Game Capture, which shouldn't even be a thing on here. And then this thing, piano.io, ID, and then an Xbox thing that allows me to play that, use that controller. It's open source, so it's a bunch of people doing it. Original authors. Volunteer contributors. That's the problem. It doesn't do it with every game. Lots of fucking games don't crash because I'm trying to switch between sources on OBS. And then it crashed. But I can't play it with window capture. I'm gonna start the episode, but I won't fully do it.
Bye-bye.